Buongiorno YouTube, Trev here. Summit or nothing. Hiking and wild camping on Dartmoor. Back out in the nature hike tonight, up onto Sheep's Tor. I thought this is it, this is the last chance I get to do a camp before Christmas. Back on my own again, so solo camping. It's a bit late in the day. It's gone 2 o'clock, so I've got 2 hours before the sun sets. Hopefully, enough time to get up the top, find a spot, set up camp. Well, once again, I've got a hell of a pack on. You lot probably looking at that thinking, how long are you going for, Trev? Just the night. 15 kilos I'm carrying. I know it's heavy, can be a lot lighter. So next year I'm going to really try and get my pack weight down, because on hills like this it kills you. Now I know I'm packing for winter, so I've got things like extra layers, heavy sleeping bag, but there's got to be a lighter option. If I want to go camping doing my coast walks, which next year I'm hoping to, because it's all a bit further afield, I'm not going to be wanting to cart all this. Quite a climb so far. Again, I'm out of practice. I've had all sorts of bugs and viruses going through the family, and it takes you time to recover from all these things, doesn't it? So yeah, I've got that against me as well. It's another reason I'm not hiking today, just the camp. But I think this is a climb to contend with. View's opening up now, getting higher up, it's getting colder, so I can't wait to get this tent up there, set up. I thought my bag was slapping about a bit, you lot didn't tell me. My bloody tent had come loose, I had it tucked in there. It must have come out even before I'd left. I thought my bag's flapping about. It's my blooming tent, taking me off balance, made it hard to work. I must say, I am envious of anyone who has a nice tidy square pack. When you see mine, it's like this misshapen thing, bits hanging off the outside, as Nate says, rattling around like a 70s camper. But I've never been tidy, no matter what I do. There's no finesse with me. You can probably tell that with my videos. So here we are now, the top of Sheep's Tor. The wind's gusting through here. Cold in the wind as well. Look for somewhere to camp, set up tent, and then we'll have a look around. Let those people get off that tour. And we're going to have a look there. It's a nice tour, Sheep's Tor. Brought the kids up here, it's quite nice, near to a road. So it's a good one for families to visit. So yeah, it's busy. Look at this. It's like a whole campsite for me here, isn't it? Got to camp here, surely. It's too good not to. It's all level, firm, quite sheltered. It's not too bad a sight. I think we're going to pitch here. Pegging down the ground sheet first. Make sure it's nice and tight, which is not. And then we erect the poles. So the front is that arch, see the arch at the front? Pin him in there, him in there, him in mule, him in mule. Got little clips here, clip into the ground sheet on the corners. Right, well, once we're in, we've got to do a little bit of swapping about. We've now got to put the poles through these of the inner sheet, as they're through the lower sheet. Just got to swap them over. Put them through both. Here we go. Like that. We do that to all 4 corners, then we go outside and we just swap the clips over. I'll show you that in a minute. Right, those 4 are clipped in now, so now we just swap the clips. I don't think it matters, to be honest. It's always awkward doing it with one hand. And then we're back inside where we clip the inside up. You've seen me do this before. It's like that. Clip over there, front clip, and that one. And we work our way up. And there you go, all clipped up. And there's home for the night. Do you remember last time I was out, the wind swept it when I was unpegging it. And I thought, hello, something ripped. Well, I've put it up in my kitchen because it's freestanding, you can do that. I've looked it all over, couldn't see anything. So hopefully we're all right. Time will tell. I'll get everything in here and we'll have a look around the tour. Windy. If you look over there, that's Sharpit Tor, and I can't for the life of me remember the name of the other tour, but we've been up them. We've done a nice walk all the way around the reservoir, then up those tours, and then come up to Sheep's Tor, and then back to the car. That was straight after New Year, a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. It's crazy. There was snow on the ground then as well. I don't think we'll see snow tonight. So what sort of joys have I got for you tonight? Have I got a Dartmoor legend? Stay tuned to find out. I've done something different for my dinner as well. I've made a chilli, my own chilli. What I've got is these foil plastic pouches, so you can put your food in there and then you can boil them to heat them through. So I thought a chilli would be a good one to do. See how that goes. To the north of us, that's Gutter Tor. That's where me and Nathan camped before. Done a 2-top wild camp over there. If you are new to the channel, we've got plenty of wild camp videos under our belts now, so make sure you subscribe for more, and also have a look back through what we've got there. It's easy to do, just click that button, ring that bell so you know when we're putting stuff up. Be good to have you all on board. Wow, I'm in. It seems a bit smaller this time, I don't know why that is. Whether you just picture it in your head as being bigger, and then when you get here you're like, oh, it's not that big. I was going to go through my bag. One of our viewers, Paul Elmore, messaged me on the Facebook group and asked if I could do a little bit of a video where I discuss tips for keeping warm. As always, I'm not professing that I know everything, I know nothing. I don't pretend to know anything. You lot might think I'm doing it all backwards, in which case, comment below. Let's have a look in my bag here. You might like the shape of my bag. All sorts crammed in here. This might be a bit of overkill. You lot might think I'm a bit of an idiot. Oh, what's this? Dartmoor Legends. Right, so in here, I've got my food up to one side. Then I've got waterproofs, which I always keep sort of fairly close to the top because you might need them. And those tucked on the other side with my jet boil. They go down the side, and then my clothes in my waterproof bag there. There's spare layers. I've got my thermals in there, woolly jumper, spare socks. Then I've got my inflatable roll mat, which will go with me Thermarest. Now, this is the culprit for taking up most of my room, my sleeping bag. It's huge. Look how it it's about misshapen as my backpack, isn't it? I told you, no finesse in anything. Now, Graham Jackson of Outdoors Essentials UK, him and Burton Outdoors, I'll give you another shout out because I misunderstood what you said. You was trying to tell me to pack this, just shove it in there. It did actually go in there fairly easy shoving it like that, but look at the shape of it. And it still takes up a third of my rucksack. So a lightweight 4-season sleeping bag is something that I'm going to look out for, but I know they're quite expensive, so at the moment I'll make do with the Vango Latitude 300. Now my bag of food, there's hundreds of stuff in here. That didn't need to be so much. I'm not going to eat any of that. First thing I lie down is my Thermarest ridge rests. Now it's been rolled up, so it's going to keep doing that. So what I have to do then is just roll it back the other way. And then you see, lay straight. Then on top of that, I'm going to put my Naturehike inflatable mat. You lose a lot of heat through the ground of your tent, which is why in the winter, tip number 1, double up your layers. Actually, layers is the most important, I think. Layering up your clothes, layering up on the floors. I layer up my sleeping bag, but I'll get to that. Another tip for keeping warm in the winter is with your sleeping bag, don't leave it in your stuff sack when you're not using it. My sleeping bag basically lives on top of my cupboard, all opened up, and that way the fibres don't compress and they still give good thermal efficiency. That's another good tip that I've picked up. And if we look inside here, you can see I've got a couple of sleeping bag liners. You probably don't need to, but I've always felt the cold, so if you can combat the cold beforehand, it's good. So I've got them in there, and I've got a sleeping bag with a hood, so should I need to, I can draw it close over my head, keep nice and snug in there. Another thing is always bring gloves, always have a hat. You lose a lot of heat from your head. Inside a tent you shouldn't be too bad, but if you do get cold in the night you can just tuck your hat on. Gloves. I bring hand warmers. I've never used hand warmers, but I always bring them. But the cold creeps in when you're lying around and you're not doing anything as well. So every now and again, I sort of do a load of sit-ups in my bed, and that will just help to warm me up. Also helps to warm the tent up. Get some of your body heat into the tent. Always put a base layer on when it's really winter. I haven't got it on now. I never put it on straight away. I like to have layers on, but have layers that can go on as well if I get cold. So there's another level of insulation to put on next. You lose a lot of heat through your feet, so I always bring a second pair of socks. Some people might bring hot water bottles. Eating hot food, drinking hot drinks is always good to keep you warm. I always save a meal for the last moment really before I go to bed. Not sort of an hour before, but it just gives you something warm inside you to heat you from the inside when you're going to sleep. But that's my tips anyway. So Paul, I hope this is all sort of helpful to you. Just some advice. So now it's a case of waiting for the sun to set. It shouldn't be long, then we're getting this camp on. Dog. When you're trying to get a nice shot and you're invaded by a dog, scared the shit out of me. Cold now, can't wait to get in the tent. But it's something to look forward to, so I'm staying out here for the last minute. I'm waiting until it gets dark, proper dark. What are you lot doing for Christmas? I'm sitting on a double tour on my own. Well, it's 5 o'clock. The sun's gone down now. I'm in the tent. Time to have a brew. It is quite mild in here today. A lot milder than usual. soon boiled. Azira. Posh coffee. It's a lot calmer than it has been tonight. It's quite still, definitely still. Oh yeah, they don't sugar that one. Come out for a walk. Probably been in the tent an hour. It's only 6 o'clock. Full moon again. I was out last time it was a full moon. Still quiet. Talk to myself. So yesterday was the solstice, the winter solstice, so the shortest day. So the nights are drawing out from here on. It does mean that this is a long night in a tent. It's just keeping yourself amused, contemplating dozing. I don't want to fall asleep too early. If I fall asleep early, I'll end up waking up at 2 o'clock and then I'll be awake. And then the night will drag. The wind was whipping up a bit a minute ago, but it seems to have stopped. Hasn't been any rain. There is rain due tonight. I'm not one to bring different beers, but I do like a mouthful of rum. And what else I have got in here is some beef jerky. Ricard Cornish biltong chili bite jerky. Donna bought this at a Christmas fair for me, so I said I'll give it a try. I know Nath likes his jerky, so I've got loads of packs of this to try, different flavours. So I'll let Nath have some as well at some point. Good thing about the jerky, lots of protein, but also it's quite a good sell-by date on it. It's like chewing gum meat, isn't it? That is not a bad jerky actually. That is tasty. Ricard's Cornish biltong. You can go to them on Facebook, Instagram. You can order it online. Try it out. Well, I'm out again, walking around in the dark. It's eerie, Dartmoor. All these rocks and that, and it's all like different shapes silhouetted against the sky. I was just walking around the main hunk of rock. I just looked up at the sky. Looked like there was a figure up there. Looked like someone leaning over looking down at me. Shat myself. Should just stay in the tent. Less chance of getting pixie lead. Right. It's time now for me dinner. So here it is, me chilli, home cooked. It's in this foil bag, recommended to me by Paul, my mate, who passed away last year actually. He sent me a load. I've never used them, always too lazy. Made my own. So now I'm going to give it a try. So that comes the jet boil. What I've also got is some Uncle Ben's rice. I mean, it's already part cooked. So what I'm going to do is boil the chilli, and then for the end I think I'm just going to add this, a little bit of water into there, seal it back up again, and then just cook it again for another 3 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. Cook it in. Away we go. I'll open the door so I don't put my tent down. And then I'll boil that for about 10 minutes, then add the rice. It's getting misty out there now. Well, it is Dartmoor. Okay, so that's about 12 minutes I've been in. So, turn him off. Feels hot right through. Crack it open. It smells good. Oh, I do love a chilli. And that one there, we actually put some red wine in it. I can smell that straight away. Right, so now I'm adding the rice. Add a dash of water, not a lot. Burnt my hand. Put the air out again. Seal it up. Here we go again. I'll give it 5 minutes, make sure it's heated right through, and then we're hopefully ready to eat. Okay, moment of truth time. Let's see how this pans out. Piping hot. It does smell good. No, I don't like it. Just joking. Nutritious, homemade, better than a boil in a bag. So many more flavours in there. Definitely do that again. And then for me pudding, I've got another slice of me flapjack. Hell yeah. But you know what time it is? Dartmoor Legends. It's Sheep's Tor. And it's all to do with the Pixie House. Also known as the Pixie's Cave, this is situated among the rocks on the impressive heights of Sheep's Tor, exactly where I am. At the middle of the Tor is a remarkable cavern with seats, containing a spring of pure water. The common people consider it to be the palace of the Pixies and seldom visit it without leaving some offerings. It has always been difficult to locate. William Crossing managed to do so, but found it smaller than he expected and, in his opinion, unsafe to enter. Tradition says that in the days of the Civil War, a member of the Elford family used it as a hiding place from Cromwell's troops, but it is as a haunt of the Pixies it is sought for today. Those managing to find it usually still leave a pin or some other offering for good luck. Pixies. Hopefully they won't taunt me through the night. Right, it's 11 o'clock, rain's starting to come in. It's not till sort of 2, 3 in the morning it comes heavy, but it's starting to need a wee, so now's the best time I think, before it chucks it down. Just thought I'd report that, it's all part of camping, isn't it? It's 12:30, I was almost asleep and just bolt upright, all of a sudden pulled out of my sleep. Some moments, like the tent feels like it's trying to lift up. It wasn't supposed to be windy. Touch wood, head shouldn't come out, but it shouldn't be this windy. So yeah, yet another wet and windy wild camp. I thought I was in a sheltered area. Jesus. The wind doesn't start until 2 and the rain. It's about 1 o'clock. Brace yourself. It's 3:53. Gone through the worst of it. Supposed to be coming to an end at 4, the rain. It was meant to simmer down. It's changed now. They give heavy rain till 6 now. Well, I've managed to sleep for a lot of it. But what has happened is I've got a Shaky Stevens Merry Christmas everyone stuck in my head, just going around and around. And I've got this technique that if you get a song stuck in your head, you simply go find the end of the song, hear the end of the song, finish it, and then it stops. And it works. But not for Shaky Stevens. Shaky Stevens is like the song that never ends, isn't it? And the ending happens twice. So it happens and then the song starts again. And I think my brain just thinks that the song's just continuing. Curse you, Shaky Stevens. Morning YouTube. It's 7 o'clock. It's not light yet, but it's good enough. I got some sleep in the end. And some weird dreams. We're dry. There's a few drops. It's a bit wet there. Well, that's condensation because I did close the vent up last night. But this was the side the weather was coming from, so it probably is just a bit of moisture transfer. We took a beating. Got through. So now it's a case of packing everything up, whipping the tent down. We've got an hour between 7 and 8 to drizzle. Well, 8 o'clock it comes in rainy again, so we've got to try and get moving. Right, my favourite bits. Packing away, sleeping bag. So here I am, here's my stuff sack. And that's exactly what we're going to just do, stuff it. See if I can get a bit of a better shape than yesterday, but... Yeah, I was toasty in there last night, maybe a bit too toasty. It's going in. It's going to make it. Is it? Just about. Yes. Look at that. There's a better shape as well than yesterday. Look at that. Decent. So there you go. Lee from Burton Outdoors. And Graham Jackson from Outdoors Essentials UK. Much easier. Well, there we go. All packed up and ready to roll. Done. I used the same method for the tent that I did with the sleeping bag. I just bundled it all up together, soaking wet, just shoved it all in there. It worked. I've got a dry day, I'll hang it out, air it. But anyway, that was Sheep's Tour. Thanks ever so much for joining us. I'd like to wish you all a Happy New Year. Cheers then!